GM and welcome to the Hackathon kickoff of Build Agents for the Real World. This video will just be a very short introduction about timeline, prices, requirements, and also Viral. Welcome, Viral. We'll share a bit more about ideas for the agents and tips and tricks how to get started. So what is this hackathon about? It focuses on building agentic applications on Celo, focused on real-world applications. Celo's tooling and robust ecosystem enable AI agents to deploy and scale applications across a diverse area of use cases, optimized for global payments, mobile accessibility, and stablecoin-native transactions. And with more than 200K daily active users and better tested infrastructure, you can deploy, test, and iterate as you leverage agentic solutions for everyday utility. And we're very excited for you to join, and let's get started to see how you can do that. Let me just do this. And okay, so let's dive right in. The hackathon is starting today, surprise, and runs for 2 weekends till the 15th midnight. So you have 2 full weekends to work on your agents, deploy them, and we will also share more about how. So first of all, there will be prices. First place takes almost everything home with 4K USDT, and second place 1K USDT. How do you submit? Very straightforward for everybody who has built on Celo before. You just register your project on Karma, you build, then you register your agent with 8004 and verify with self-claw. We'll also share a bit more about what is self-claw, and then you just post about it, and that's your submission. And Viral, maybe I know you worked a lot on the ideas and what people can build specifically on Celo. So do you want to go through those ideas? Do you have something like a screen to share, or you just want to present that to everyone here?
Yes, really now.
So I would like to say that be open on building whatever you want, but I would recommend, like, since the hackathon is called Build Agents for Real World, and it makes sense because agent was a thing like a year ago where we used to build meme coin launch agents and just voice agents or agents at live streams and stuff like that, which was not actually practical and it did not add any value to the real world. But I think it's high time with the latest models like Claude 4.6 that launched yesterday, and OpenAI, Google doing so much progress, and OpenClaw, which is like probably the biggest thing happening right now. It makes a lot of sense for us to build something that actually matters in the real world. And that's why we wanted to just check if you guys have any good ideas. We would love to help you. We'd love to maybe if you want to go live, get more audience using your agents. Maybe you want promotions. This is the perfect place. Whatever your idea is, just put it out there. We are here to help. Some of the ideas that we were just brainstorming internally was mostly around if you want to build a real world application or a real world agent. Focus more on payments, stable coins, which is not exactly, I would say, too degen, but these are the applications that actually matters, actually would someone use. So for example, how about an agent that manages your finances, an agent that would basically manage your subscriptions, intelligent agent that helps you spend less, save more, invest better. On Celo, we have assets and a really good DeFi ecosystem. We have Tether Gold, which is like probably the best performing assets in the recent few months, or I would say this year. So yeah, like an agent that is intelligent enough to understand your requirements and then advise you for investment options. Like I wouldn't recommend like going all out and giving all your money to an agent to do stuff. But to be honest, like I have tried it out, and some of the biggest models right now are like good enough to get good suggestions on your investment if you don't know anything, right? So there are a lot of ways you can do it. Maybe connect your mini pay application, uh, create a mini pay app that connects with Telegram that you can just instruct. So you don't even have to use mini pay. You can just instruct using your WhatsApp, and everything can be done with OpenClaw. There's so many ideas. Maybe you can create a group investment, like a pot of investments, and get a daily report of your yields on your WhatsApp group, on your email, and everything can be managed by OpenClaw. OpenClaw can suggest rebalances to the group portfolio. And the good thing about Celo is that we have the DeFi ecosystem you want to build this kind of stuff. Like you have Aave, you have Uniswap where you can buy stuff. So yeah, I think Lena can share the link around. So we have created a list of project ideas. I would recommend you go through it, see if anything resonates, and we have also added a blurb on around everything else. So how I would approach if I were to build agents would be like strictly no code solution. If you want to do it, I would prefer like no code solution where not exactly no code, but using agents and using no code, right? So my personal favorite is right now Cloud Code. That what I use, but you can use Codex 5.3. I think is about to launch or just launched. And if you want to try a free solution, I think Gemini CLI is also a good option. Where start with creating a skill, maybe like just brainstorm the idea first, like paste in the problem statement we have added, the suggestions, features, just put it out there and ask agent to brainstorm with you. And this is the place where if you hear an idea for the first time, agents can help you decide what to build, how to structure the application. Once you have brainstormed the ideas, just note down on a different document, and you can now then start telling agents to divide the whole feature into different parts, and then actually I just go around and start creating the application. And I think all you have to do is just put in commands, because I feel at this stage agents are really good at doing the whole feedback loop, where it creates the code and you instruct to open a browser, see the front end application if it works or not. If it doesn't, do the whole loop back and continuously do a feedback loop without human intervention, right? Like you don't need to actually go to localhost to see how the website is working. So yeah, I mean, try to implement feedback loop, because I feel like that's where the whole agentic coding thing is going. But yeah.
Okay. To summarize, people should use agents, not code anything by hand. Use skills. What skills do we have? Because in the end of this video, we'll share the QR code where you can sign up, and you will also find all of the resources. But we already have agent skills on like for specifically building on Celo. And let me just share the link here with you. You can find all of that obviously in the hackathon page under resources. But yeah, just also highlighting, or like in our docs. And yeah, so where we use skills and always ask for adding a feedback loop in the beginning, right, for your agent. Okay, cool. And then what I already mentioned, skills as resources. What other resources or information would you suggest to somebody to look at when they start building for this hackathon? I mean, just in case you missed it, which is impossible, but if you did, ERC 8004 just launched on Celo yesterday, and part of your submission will be to register your agent. Well, do you want to very quickly share more about 8004?
Yes. Okay, before we go to 8004, I just wanted to share this website called skills.sh. It's like one of the websites that I've been visiting every day right now. And it's a place like a marketplace for skills. You just scroll down, look at the first 100, and I'm sure like you'll use 5 to 10 of it. That will like exponentially increase how the agent will write the code for you. right? So just go through it, and it's like I highly recommend. It's not for Celo specifically, like it is more for like front end, back end, DevOps related stuff, right?
Yeah. Can
Coming
you
back
share the
to
link here so we can pin that?
yes, actually I've put it in the chat. Let me do it again.
I could see you put it here. Let
Okay.
me put it. Yeah, now it's there, and I can pin that. Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah. Related to 8004, so it's one of the latest ERC that's launched by Ethereum Foundation in collaboration with Google, MetaMask, Coinbase. So this is an ecosystem, like this is not meant only for AI agents, but it's for any kind of off-chain activity like API calls, LLM calls. So this basically gives an identity, not exactly an identity, but a proof of an agent, right? So there's a smart contract which is deployed on all the chains. And it's like, yeah, just a couple of days ago, it's deployed on Celo. And what you can do is if you have built your agent and you want others to use that agent, it can be paid or a free version of an API call to an agent. You can basically register it to 804 so people have visibility on what are the agents out there. So think of it as a marketplace in easy words, where you can explore, see what kind of agents are out there. And the best thing or my favorite thing about it is it has an inbuilt reputation score. So, for example, Lina has launched an agent and she has registered it, and she sent me a link like, "Hey, check this out." And I tried it, and it was really good. My experience was good. So I can basically give a feedback with stars, with points, with an actual text saying, "Okay, this was the best thing that happened to me today," right? So I can just, I can basically give a reputation score to that agent, and not just me, like anyone who's been using it can give a reputation score. And there's a scanner called 8004 scan.xyz, I guess. So yeah, that's the scanner that's available, which will aggregate all the scores, and you can have a basically a ranking where you can see like which agent is most recommended. And yeah, that's the whole protocol. And they also have a validation layer, which is not live yet, but it's still new, so people are working on it.
Yeah, and we are saying if you win the hackathon, like to win the hackathon, you should have the highest reputation score from everybody applying, and verify with self-claw. But actually, you just have to make Viral's day, and then you also won. So yeah, can you share a bit more, because you already mentioned most of the tools. I think what we haven't covered yet is payments for agents. Do you want to just say spend one second?
Payments is, I think, yeah, that would be the best thing that you can add to your agent that basically helps you earn from your agent. So let's say you've created a very sophisticated agent which has a really good use case. So what you can do is you can add an X402 layer on top of your agents, and ERC8004 actually works in a complete, like they both works together. So you can put an X402 layer on top of your agent APIs. So whenever someone calls the API, they need to pay you in a stable coin or the coin that you choose, and only the payment is received to your wallet or an agent wallet. The response is given to the user, right? So on Celo, I would recommend using ThirdWeb, which has a really good documentation for it. So yeah, I think if you just Google ERC 8004 and X402, you'll see multiple articles that explains how you can do this, and just copy paste that article to your agent, ask him to create a skill for this, and then just implement.
Yeah, amazing. I believe that web might already have something, but just so the skill, the scan that you mentioned, it's .io, by the way. And yeah, so we have the scan, we have the payments, we have the Celo skills. We'll also explain how you can create your own skills. And then the last thing is, we talked about 8004, and now the last thing, can you share a bit more about SelfClaw? Because that will also be part of your submission. And that's a very cool tool that was just built. It's probably the first agent registered with 8004 or working. No, it's a tool built on 8004, right? So
Yeah.
can you share a bit more about that?
Yeah, so self-law is, I would say, a combination of ERC 8004 and self protocol. So there's this very big issue of, let's say you created an agent that gives you, for example, or just for the argument, let's say that gives you investment opportunities or investment suggestions, and you don't want any random person's agent to invest, or maybe a random person's agent to take care of your money, because there are chances they can do prompt injection, there are chances they can basically try to talk to your agent and try to get malicious information from your agent, right? So it's very important to prove that the agent that is I'm using has been created by a authorized entity or the person who has been reputed, so that I know that, okay, this guy, there's less chances that this particular agent will scam me, right? Because I feel like agents is too early, and there will come a wave of a lot of scams being done by agents. And I think this is perfect. That self protocol will allow you to basically prove that, okay, this agent that I'm posting or I'm putting it out there is registered with my identity. So all you have to prove is that you are a human on self protocol, and then create a proof using your self account and attach that proof to your agent. And everything can be done with no code. You don't need to do anything. Just go to selfclaw.ai, and on the developer page, just copy that link and give it to your agent, and the agent will figure out what to do.
And all of the resources will also be linked. Let me now, I think that was all the information we needed. And yeah, let me just go here. You already shared tips and tricks on how to get started. Always scope out everything first before you start coding. I think that's the most, and do it in steps. And yeah, and then here's the QR code that you can use to sign up. You'll get to through this QR code, you get to the hackathon page where you find all of the information needed. And yeah, then you just start building. You have 10 days, and we can't wait to see what you're going to build. And yeah, that's it from us. Happy hacking. But yeah, can't wait. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.